Thank you. We're following new developments in the case of a Metro police officer murdered more than a year ago. A federal grand jury indicted an Indianapolis man for allegedly supplying the weapon that killed Officer David Moore. RTV6 reporter Jack Reinhardt has followed these new developments, and he joins us live outside our Monument Circle studio with more. Jack.
Well, Todd, it's been 17 months since the murder of police officer David Moore, and that someone was indicted for supplying the murder weapon shows that the law enforcement community has neither forgotten nor forgiven the suspect. Officer David Moore's father, himself a former police officer, visits the Public Safety Heroes Memorial. It's a place that brings him a measure of comfort.
Senseless deaths, but all of them proud to do what they did.
Moore also takes comfort in knowing that Metro Police and their federal partners didn't forget his son either. Today, the U.S. Attorney announced a 4-count indictment against Eric Jenkins, a convicted felon who allegedly put the murder weapon into the hands of Thomas Hardy, another convicted felon who only hours later would use the gun to kill Officer Moore.
This indictment sends a powerful message that even though you did not pull the trigger, you may very well be held accountable.
The U.S. Attorney's Office has stepped up the prosecution of convicted felons in possession of firearms. In just 1 year, the number of convictions has increased from just 10 in 2010 to 113 convictions last year. Thomas Hardy is serving a life sentence for the murder of Officer Moore. He has no chance at parole. And that it's taken 17 months to hold Eric Jenkins accountable for his alleged role in Moore's death is worth the wait.
When I was in Vietnam, the word used to be, if he gets me, you get him. And so that's sort of something like with the law enforcement officers. If somebody gets you, the family's going to see that they get. And this is the best way to do it, jail through the court systems.
Eric Jenkins is currently serving time in the state penitentiary for possession of cocaine. If convicted of these new charges, he could spend another 35 years in federal prison. Live downtown, Jack Reinhardt, RTV6.
Jack, thanks. Earlier this morning, hundreds of law enforcement officers took part in a memorial march and service in honor of fallen heroes like David Moore. 300 officers and their families marched downtown to the Scottish Rite Cathedral, where today's service was held. This is part of the Fraternal Order of Police annual conference taking place here in Indianapolis.